Monte Carlo simulation might sound like something reserved for physicists or Wall Street traders, but at Bowline LLC, we use it every day to help real businesses make better decisions. Today, I am going to break down Monte Carlo simulation in plain English, with no equations and no jargon, just a straightforward explanation of what it is, how it works, and why it is so valuable. By the end of this video, you will understand what Monte Carlo simulation does, how it operates, and the unique insights it offers that you simply cannot get from a traditional spreadsheet. Let us start with a simple story. Rolling dice. Imagine you want to predict what will happen if you roll 2 dice 1,000 times. You might guess, I think the average will be around 7. That is a solid guess, but it barely scratches the surface of what is possible. What if instead you actually rolled those dice 1,000 times and recorded every result? Suddenly, you would see that 7 comes up most often, while 2 and 12 are rare. You would not just have an average. You would have a complete picture of all possible outcomes, how likely each is, and what the extremes look like. Monte Carlo simulation works just like this. But instead of dice, it uses the variables that drive your business or financial model. Imagine you are looking at factors like revenue growth, profit margins, customer retention, or market share. Rather than picking a single number for each one, you define a realistic range, a probability distribution that captures the most likely, optimistic, and pessimistic scenarios. Then, the software rolls the dice for each variable, randomly selecting values from those ranges, and does this not once, but 1,000 times or more. The result? You get 1,000 complete versions of your financial model, each slightly different, each one possible. This is your decision landscape. Instead of relying on a single guess, you see the full spectrum of what could happen, providing a much deeper understanding of your risks and opportunities. So, what do you get from all these simulated scenarios? Monte Carlo simulation produces 3 critical outputs that I use with every client. The first is a probability distribution of your outcome. Instead of saying, we expect $2 million in profit, you now see, there is a 70% probability of achieving between $1.5 million and $2.8 million in profit, with a 15% chance of exceeding $3 million. That is a much more honest and useful conversation, especially when you are speaking with an investment committee or making a high-stakes decision. The second output is a tornado graph. This is my favorite tool. A tornado graph ranks every variable in your model from the one with the highest impact to the lowest, based on the simulation results. It looks like a tornado because the longest bars are at the top and get shorter as you go down. Why does this matter? Because it tells you exactly where to focus your risk management. The top 3 variables on your tornado graph are where your deal will be won or lost. Everything else is just noise. The third output is a KPI framework, a set of key performance indicators. Once you know which variables matter most, you can build a dashboard that tracks them in real time, post-acquisition or post-launch. You are not waiting for quarterly results to see if your thesis is playing out. You are watching it daily, allowing for faster, smarter adjustments. Let me show you how this works in practice. A manufacturing company faced a classic make versus buy decision. Should they invest $2 million in new equipment or continue outsourcing the same function for $400,000 per year? The traditional spreadsheet model said, break even in 5 years, buy the equipment. But when we ran a Monte Carlo simulation, we modeled 3 uncertain variables: utilization rate, maintenance costs, and the stability of the outsourcing contract price. The tornado graph revealed that utilization rate was by far the most impactful. At 80% utilization, the equipment paid back in 4 years. But at 55% utilization, which was historically accurate for this company, payback stretched to 9 years. The single-point spreadsheet had assumed 75% utilization. The simulation showed the real range and risks. The company decided to negotiate a 3-year fixed-price outsourcing contract while working to improve utilization above 80%, then revisit the equipment purchase later. That is the difference Monte Carlo makes. It does not just give you a better spreadsheet. It gives you a way to see the entire landscape of possible outcomes and make smarter, more resilient decisions. Instead of relying on a single guess or assumption, you are basing your strategy on a deep understanding of risks, probabilities, and what really drives success or failure. It is not about predicting the future. It is about being prepared for whatever the future brings. To sum up, Monte Carlo simulation runs your model through 1,000 scenarios using realistic probability ranges. It delivers a probability distribution, a tornado graph, and a KPI dashboard. It maps your decision landscape so you can navigate it with confidence, not just hope. Contact Richard Riley at Bowline LLC to start making better decisions today. Do not forget to ask him for the 1-week sprint engagement.